got Sophie McCulloch going up against Isla Huppatz. Sophie, in my estimation, one of the fieriest female competitors on the Challenger Series. Super cool, funny, fun to be around on land. You do not want to meet her in a jersey because she is going to make you earn everything in the water. And here we go, straight into it. Sophie McCulloch cranks it off the bottom, straight into the lip. One of the turns of the day. I told you she's fiery. She is amped right now, trying everything she can to make the connection, but the damage was done out the back.
And then Sophie waits, gets priority in the right, and just stays with her, ultimately getting her this right-hander where she belts it. So for me, vet knowledge coming in total fruition. She starts this heat with a 6.3. She's imposed herself over Isla. Like, that was pretty gnarly in my opinion.
Let me add another layer of information for you here. Is she is working with Reynos Hayes, and he is just the master of those tactical starts and controlling a heat and really getting into the headspace of your competitor.
We're just cruising into the takeoff zone, and just like that, fireworks to start. Huppatz now comes around a big section. That wave dies beneath her feet. So all signs indicate that Sophie McCulloch is going to have a big number to start this heat. Exactly what you want to do in the semifinals.
You get judged the exact same way. It's the same scale. But mentally, sometimes like a 5 and a 6 feels like a 9 because there's so much pressure. So when you see Sophie just getting on the board, even if that isn't necessarily a score of consequence, now she's applied 2 waves. It gets a little creepy.
Something I've noticed here is how quickly Sophie was able to make it up into the lip and really manufactured that section on that wave. It's so easy to get pushed out into a lateral sequence of turns, but to actually find a cupped out section and go vertical on your bottom turn like that.
It's one of the most consistent spots in the planet. There's always waves in El Salvador, so looking forward to those events. And here we go, Isla Huppatz. Quick snap to start there. So this is really her first wave of impact. Started off with a 0.50. She's going to try to work her way through to the inside. The outside snap was okay. Wasn't really a critical section, but see if she can add some points here. Nice, jams the tail into the closeout. So that's going to be an interesting one to see how much weight the judges are putting on those inside maneuvers.
Yeah, watching this wave from Isla, kind of cutting that bottom turn short in order to get up into the lip, and does well to make the inside section. She's one of the only surfers that I've seen in the women's draw do the ride aboard with that carbon construction. You can tell it's got a lot of pop when she meets these sections. Finding momentum down through that face. Also cuts that turn short once again.
One of the sickest floater shots ever from here in Huntington Beach, among many other things. If you see Sophie now, just a quick response. I mean, Sophie, I kind of think of Sophie like I think of like a David Silva, right?
Make sure that she makes that wave, Tanner.
So whatever that score comes in at, I can guarantee you one thing. She's going to be stoked that she'll decide if Isla goes or not. Which Isla, you have to keep paddling to force them to ride these waves, where she didn't on that last one. And Sophie must have had intention, saw that there was definitely something of quality on this wave.
That was just a good, clean power carve for Sophie McCulloch. Out the back, now easily making the transition to the inside section. Here's where things get tricky. She gets into the lip and rides out. Expertly done for Sophie McCulloch.
That was a pretty hectic section. But like you said, just clean power surfing out the back. So we know that the judges are rewarding vertical approach on the outside section. Unfortunately, she didn't have that kind of section out the back, but it was clean rail surfing and then brought this one through so nicely, Tanner.
Yeah, and this is where the entertainment factor of the US Open goes. I'm sure the beach was actually erupting for that turn because she's got such sick style. She gets so compact on the lip and she kind of pops off of the lip. So when you're watching this, actually, you're under your umbrella and you're just like, what the heck is happening? Like, that is so sick.
Where's Isla? Ooh, she's seeing it. She needs a 6.24. This could be a huge moment for this young Australian. Cranks it off the bottom, straight up into the lip. One of the most explosive turns we've seen of the day, just in time. That is going to make things interesting for the last 35 seconds of this semifinal heat. Now working her way straight through to the shore break. Quick turn, setting things up. She handles her business
What?
on the inside. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Tanner?
I mean, we're going to argue this is the turn of the heat right here, right? Lays it down on the most critical section of this wave. But again, that bravado, she's waited so long to deliver on that ride. So there is so much just stress involved with this. And I love that she's able to relax enough to get that turn, setting her up to get vertical on the inside. Just a really well-surfed wave.
Only 3 waves ridden, 2 of them counted, and 1 of them counted in a huge way. Get some congrats from the Gur.
Isla, you are into the finals at the US Open. Your first time to California, your first time competing here. Intense final moments that heat. Talk us through that final wave.
Yeah, I don't know. Soph had me from like the very start. She put a few scores on me early, and I don't know, kind of pressure was building the whole heat, and there wasn't really a set, so obviously the nerves were there and there was a lot of pressure, but so glad that wave came, and I just wanted to get the fins out and then connect to the inside.
Turn was so sick. Well, it's going to be a battle of the World Junior Champs in the final. You beat Sierra Kerr in this year's World Junior titles. How good does it feel to be coming up against someone that you've surfed against and had success over?
I mean, every competition's different, so I don't think past success really means anything, but yeah, Sierra's such an amazing competitor, and I'm really excited to battle against her again.
Are you proud of yourself for making the final here?
Yeah, I'm really proud of myself, but yeah, it's not over yet.
And how do you get ready for the final?
I'll just keep doing my same routine, talk to the coach, get out there.
Working for you. Good luck in the final.